Hello, and welcome back.
It's morning on day 2 of the desert. Gonna have some breakfast and head off while it's still early. See if we can get some Ks done. We're just making some running repairs to Dave's panniers. So you might have seen the brackets in there have broken when Dave clipped a tree. So we just got some cable ties and we're securing it so that it can't move up anymore.
Okay.
So that's.
What do you think?
Yeah,
that's better than the other one, actually, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
all right.
I think as long as the bottom
mounts
are slid in there, then I think we're okay.
Okay. Fingers crossed, Dave.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking where we are now. We're just before here, and today we're going to try to get to maybe somewhere around here. Let's see how we go. I'd like to get past this area today, which is about 150 k's, maybe a bit more, 180 k's. Let's see what happens. So we've just left camp. Dave's out in front. We've fixed his pannier, or strengthened it a bit. I'm just running behind just to check how it's going and maybe pick up the pannier. But it looks like he's going good. He's got to stay away from those trees. Might have to tell him to swap tracks. That's a good idea. This is the first intersection, Dave. Oh, and the first car.
Oh wow, there we go.
That was handy. So this is the rig road. Dave just heading over the dune. We're on the French line, 330 kilometers from Birdsville. And today we'd like to get to Popple Corner, which is 170 kilometers away. Had a thought then that I better leave a bit more room between me and Dave, because if Dave went down then I would have hit him. We would have both gone down. What's happened, Dave? I saw you stop.
I've had another close encounter with a bit of vegetation.
Oh.
And, I've ripped the pannier off again.
Did I mention to you earlier that you should try the right track?
Oh yeah, that does ring a bell.
Yeah, did you do that?
I did briefly, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try that again.
Okay, well let's fix it again and see what happens.
Okay, thanks, John.
So it hadn't actually broken anything further, it just popped off its mount.
Yeah.
Our cable ties had broke.
Yeah.
And that could have been the impact, Dave, perhaps?
I reckon, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so let's redo that.
Okay.
Hang on. How's that look, Dave?
Yeah, that looks good.
We fixed Dave's panniers for the second time and he's off. He's still not in the right track. When will that boy learn? Dave's going good. I just don't like to be in front of him. If anything was to happen, if he needs to, even just to fix a pannier, I want to be there and help him. Dave, what's happened?
You know how you told me to ride in the right-hand lane?
Yeah.
I've now knocked my right pannier off.
Dave, there's no helping you. Any damage?
I'm just checking it out. It looks alright, Sean.
Okay.
No. The clip that actually holds it on has been ripped off, but the actual plastic's okay, so that's good.
Well, Dave seemed to be leaking something.
Whoop.
Oh.
Yep.
Some fuel coming out. Let's get that sorted.
Can you push that one down?
Yep.
Just rip it out completely. That's loose strap.
Yep.
Pull it out.
Pull it out.
Yep.
Okay. Dave's damaged a bladder, luckily.
Doesn't seem to be too much gone.
Yeah, and we're ready to put fuel in anyway. I don't know if you can see the fuel's dripping out the bottom onto Dave's boot, so we're trying to get it into the tank as quick as we can. How's your fuel economy going, you think, Dave?
I've got no idea. We'll find out now, actually, because I put both in.
Dave's just over that dune filling up his fuel. I thought it's a good time to fill my fuel as well, transfer it. Just didn't want to stop in the middle of the track there, so we've come here. First rule of the desert, use the shade. Found a little tree. I'll transfer my fuel now. Oh, don't want to spill too much. Couple litres in the front. That should take all this in the rear. Probably is. I'll have to check how many Ks we've done. I think we've done over 200 now, and I thought at 200 I'll be able to get rid of this. So it's actually used less fuel than I thought. I've put my 8 litres in. Still got a little bit left, but that's over full now. It's like 6.5 litres in there. That's going to spill out. It's going to be a shame. But good news is the bike's doing great economy. Let's see what it says. Oh, where's my key? Okay, it says we've used 7.8, which is probably correct. It's probably got 200 mils left. 52, 4 litres, average per 100 kilometres. There you go, folks. Crossing the Simpson Desert, fully loaded, CRF 300, weighing 200 kilograms with all my gear on board, plus me, is averaging 4 litres per 100 at a cruising speed through the Simpson. I reckon I could do this on, I don't know, maybe 20 litres, 22 litres. But I've got 30. All right, let's see when we get to the end. We've just transferred some fuel across. I put my 8 litres in. Gave Dave the last few 100 mils. And I'm happier now. I can lean back more and sit further back on the bike. And it's starting to feel good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm stuck. Alright, that's not good. Let's figure this out. Just went up the other side of the dune. That was a bit soft. Caught me off guard, just talking to the video, not paying attention. And soft sand, I need more momentum, so I'm gonna have to turn off and concentrate on that. Alright, it's time to drop the pressures. Just wondering how far I could come, and whatever we're at now, that's how far I can come. So I'm just doing it by feel. Every tyre is different for PSI. Just want a little bit of flex. A little bit more. Do have a rim lock in. Yep. Alright, we'll leave it at that, Dave. I might just drop a little out of the front. Not too much, because there's still some hard stuff out here. I don't know if it's just psychological, but that little bit of air pressure I've let out, it's made all the world a difference. I'm riding easier now, up the dunes, down the dunes. Maybe that was it. I should have done it from the start. Everyone knows, drop your pressures. I was a bit stubborn and a bit worried about a puncture. But there you go. A bit of pressure makes a world of difference. don't know if you can notice now, but Dave's panniers are a lot thinner. He's taken the bladders, they're empty now, and they're just packed on top. So let me just cut across. Even though they're thinner, you can see he's still clipping trees with them. So with those bladders in there, he would have really been clipping the trees. No wonder he put a hole in one and knocked them both off. Should be feeling a lot easier now. Little 300 is in its element now. Now that I've let the tyres down, silly me not doing that earlier. Just stop every now and then and just take it all in, because even though it is on our doorstep, it's thousands of k's away and it's a bit of effort to get here. So every time I come here, I take time just to sit, look, enjoy and soak it in, because these are the things you remember when you're back at work. Which way are you headed?
West.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So you guys obviously got support.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Yeah, pussies.
We're out having fun, not working.
Yeah.
Nice one. We're Jaffa Adventures.
Jaffa?
Jaffa. J-A-F-F-A.
All right, excellent. I'll check you out.
Good stuff.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
So Dave, you've pulled up here at an intersection. Where are we?
Yeah, well, it's busy, the lights. I waited for ages to get across. We are at the intersection of the French line and the Colson track. So the Colson track runs north-south pretty much, not quite. And the French line runs east-west. And here we are, it's another milestone on our journey, so.
Yeah, that's great. When's the next intersection? 53 kilometers.
I think so, something like that, yeah.
And you're feeling confident we'll make it there?
Yeah, this so far so good. Like I said before, I'm worried about the bit after the next intersection, but yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Well, so far happy. Yeah, challenging, but I'm enjoying it still.
That's good. Let's push on a little bit further and then have some lunch.
Yeah, sounds good, Sean.
The boys we saw before. Thank you. There. Thank you, you too.
One more, is there?
Yeah.
Place you want to be losing? Well, first of all, I'm losing fuel off the back of the bike, and now I'm losing water. I must have bumped that little nozzle.
Oh, geez.
Pouring straight into my boot. Luckily it went straight in there and I realised really quickly.
Yeah, you'll do anything to lighten that bike, won't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, you got all your orifices closed?
Well, most of them.
Okay. So Dave, what I've learnt with is the track forks like that.
Yeah.
The tracks that go straight,
Yeah.
you need horsepower.
Okay.
The tracks that go round, that's for torque.
Right, so you have to go around,
Yeah,
but
and
I can do either.
yeah, you can just piss it straight up the middle.
That's real good.
Just pulled off here to let the four-wheel drive pass. See you later. And we found a tree for shade. Looks like our lunch tree, Dave.
Looks like it.
Let's head over there and have lunch.
Okay.
Dave's in charge of lunch and he's done a great job. We've got some Laughing Cow cheese, some ham in a can, a sprinkling of flies on a wrap, and it's awesome. We just stopped for lunch just over there where Dave is, and this little, I don't know, 50-metre detour, you can see all the bindies in the tyre. So hopefully none of them have gone in too far, but there's some, these are just the little ones, but there are some nasty big wooden bindies in here. What the front tyre's like. Oh, that's a big one. None of the, oh, no, that's all right. Okay, so lesson learnt, don't stray off the track. So one thing I noticed when we just had lunch then, that I was a little bit dehydrated. I went to do a wee and it's a bit yellow and not as much wee as I thought. So we've been sweating more than you realise. So I made sure Dave and I, we had half a Gatorade each, replaced some of those electrolytes, and we made a pact to drink more water because we don't want to suffer dehydration out here, and So here's an example of two tracks over the dune. My one goes straight down, Dave's one zigzags down, and they're both super soft sand. All right, you first, Dave. Very good. This is exactly what he doesn't like. Slow speed, corners. That's when you feel the weight of that thing. Looks like he's doing all right. He's out of sight at the moment. Oh, he's down. Well done, Dave. I guess I got to get down now. There we go, keep the power on. Counterintuitive. Good work, Dave. This could have been a mistake. Soft sand. Oh, yep. Oh, gosh. There goes Dave. There we go. Yeah, that was soft. You liking it?
Oh, Sean, it's just spectacular.
It is, Dave.
That's the only word I can find to describe it. I'm really enjoying it. It looks like it's opening up a bit and the dunes are getting bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're through the snotty section yet or not, but...
I'd like to think so, but I'm not sure. Let's just take it one dune at a time.
Well, it's a great mix of challenge and fear and just admiration for the landscape.
Yeah, there's some soft sections out here.
Yeah.
All right, you're doing real well, Dave. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it a lot. I'm getting there, hey.
Yeah. Dave, we made another milestone.
Sean, we've made it.
This is not the end.
Oh, fuck.
No, we've got a way to go yet.
Am I allowed to swear?
No, I'll have to cut that bit out.
Damn.
The Erebina track. This is another track that runs north-south. And it is here. So really, we've only done that all day today. This is a bit we're worried about. So I think we're going to push on maybe to here and make a decision whether we do this bit tonight, this afternoon or tomorrow. Pushing on to Noel's track, hopefully an easy 35 k's. We'll stop there and decide what to do. We've just stopped in the shade for another snack. This is afternoon tea. How are you feeling, Dave?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good, Sean. I can tell I'm getting a little fatigued, not in a bad way, just, I've been working, but yeah, no aches and pains and still got plenty of energy, so I'm happy.
That's good, that's great. And how good has it been? There's been hardly any cars.
Yeah, amazing. I think we've had maybe 6 or 8 cars total all day that we've seen.
Yeah, in 2 groups, and that's it.
Yeah.
So,
those 3 bikes that were part of one of those groups. But yeah, we've had it to ourselves.
yeah, it's been awesome.
Been great.
So our plan for now is to have a rest, have some snacks. That was our snacks. Push on for another 20 k's, and then maybe think about setting up camp and enjoying the afternoon and have a good camp and dinner and tackle the rest tomorrow.
Sounds great. Yep.
All right.
I'm in.
But these trees actually give off a quite a smell. It's unique. It doesn't smell natural. It's almost like a chemical. I don't know, maybe aniseed. I don't know. It's just a particular smell they give off, and it's unique to the outback. If you look in the track ahead, you see camel tracks. That's so cool. Camels somewhere around here. Wonder if we'll see any this trip. That's the sun setting over the horizon there. We've made camp. Dave's found us a great spot. We've got a little fire going. How's life, Dave?
Pretty good right now. If it wasn't for that one fly in my eye.
And what do you think of today's ride?
Yeah, it was really good. I'm tired, but like in a good way. It's been a bit of work, but yeah, there wasn't anything too scary in there. It was heaps of fun on the sand. It was like our own private little racetrack.
Yeah, well, I couldn't believe there's hardly any. We saw 2 groups early today,
Yeah.
and the rest of the time we were alone in the desert.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Incredible, yeah. I loved it. Yeah, I could do that again tomorrow if I had my time over.
Well, we still got a ride tomorrow, so you get your wish.
Yay.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.